Thank you so much, friends, for coming in here today. I'm really so grateful that all of you would come in here. And the reason I'm very, very grateful is because it's Sunday evening with a very short notice. It's far out here in Scarborough, and we don't even have butter chicken in the menu. Thank you so much. But jokes apart, I do know that some people had other plans and they had to fit in this even in their schedule. So I'm really grateful, and I thank everybody from the bottom of my heart for coming in here today. Now that I have your attention and I'm getting a bit of footage, so why don't we talk a bit about Surya Nights? But before we go into the story of the book, let's take a glimpse of behind the scenes. Take a look. Oh, sorry. Let's take a glimpse of behind the scenes. Take a look. Take a look. I think I know the problem. This is some high-tech stuff that's not working. They're having a bit of a technical glitch. What was supposed to happen is that these two blocks that you see here, they were supposed to turn 180 degrees, and a screen was supposed to come out. A projector was supposed to come down, and an audio-visual was supposed to be played. But it looks like this high-tech stuff is not working, so you would have to stick with this low-tech me. But mind you, this high-tech stuff works with highest order of precision and highest order of accuracy in the norm. On a serious note, I started writing this book midsummer last year, and the first thing I wrote was the blurb, which some of you might have seen on that Facebook page. So I wrote this blurb, and I'm looking at it, gosh, it's a bit too small. So I just crafted a story all around it and called it a book. But that was stuff, let me tell you, this is very interesting that it's rare, in fact very rare, rarer than even the rarest metals in the periodic table. And I agree on something, it's that super rare. But when we saw this, this was just, love at first sight. We both fell in love. And I'm still talking about the painting. So we're looking at this, we're like, we've got to use this. And so we've got to find who the artist is. And then we looked around on the website, we found that the artist is a gentleman by the name of Satish Tyade, who lives in Pune, Maharashtra. I think he's originally from Bhavnagar, Gujarat. So this interesting painting that you see here is actually 10 years old, but then it's gold from here. And now we are on this painting. It's my duty to inform you that although it looks like so super sick and it's available in hardcover, it's not. It's available in paperback, and it's only 169 pages. The reason we do this kind of stuff, this kind of 3D stuff, is to attract people to these launching. This is a very interesting question as well. Is the character shown on your cover page Krish? And will he be flying around in the story? So answer, sorry to disappoint you, this is not Krish, and he will not be flying around in the story. For greater clarity, this picture represents the warrior form of King Rama, and the whole theme that's chosen is chosen to match the storyline of the book. Now that we've gone through the journey behind the falls, let's click to look inside. Allow me to read a little excerpt from the book. And this time I seriously wish I had a projector up here so that you guys can also see what I'm seeing up here. But, let's try this one more time. Khulja Sim Sim. Khulja Sim Sim. Khulja Sim Sim. I think I know the reason why this is not working. I think the reason this is not working is because I'm having a miscommunication between my speech and my actions. Although I'm saying Khulja Sim Sim, I'm doing the action of ACP Pradyuman. And that's why this is not working. But I'm glad it's not working. I'm glad there's no projector. I'm glad you're not able to see anything. Because that's the essence of writing a book. The author tries to paint a picture, and the readers effortlessly see the story unfolding in front of them. So I'm glad it's not happening. Now I should read the first line from the author's note. A novel typically creates a dream world and carries the readers passively through it. And here's a little illustration. Imagine this is Chicago, 1960s. The writer takes you to a bar in Chicago. It's a smoke-filled bar, not the classic one that you usually go to. And it's 1:15 at night. You open the door, you step inside the bar. On the left you see a lady wearing a red dress, the color of the dress matches her lipstick and the rich bodied wine that she has in her hand. She's talking to a gentleman who's wearing a suit and a bow tie, but she's gesturing something to the barman who's wearing a Rolex. Now you're sure either the barman is fake or the Rolex is. But you're still very careful inside this place because this is not your real world. You don't want to touch anything. But accidentally your hand lands on something, and even without looking you can feel the texture. It feels like smooth leather. You're about to turn your face to make that information correct, but you hear a distant voice. Your first instinct reaction is to ignore the voice, but now the voice grows louder. And what the voice is telling you is this. Would you please turn on the light? It's midnight already. And you find your partner yelling at you to turn on the lights. Snap, you were disturbed. Your first reaction was to snap back at the person, but your prior experience tells you it's not a good idea. So this is what you do. You put on your artificial smile and say, right away, man. And then you quickly go back into the book, ask all these characters to feel right where they are, because you go back into the book and do that book again. And you quietly exit from this left circle. And then you come back into the real world where you find your partner already started snoring. Ah, that's super bad. So this is the kind of 3D model that writers try to create, where people actually see the whole thing happening in front of them. And we often complain that the motion pictures which were based out of novels didn't do a good justice to the novels that they were based on. Because that's the power of the words of these master writers that I salute and respect. Surya Night, however, is different. Got to be, because I wrote it. Allow me to read the second line from the book. Surya Night is a work of fiction written with the intention of actively involving the readers. Now what does that mean? It simply means that the characters and scenes that have been chosen are chosen in such a way that you would create your own 3D worlds. The readers could easily reckon in their imaginations how the chosen scenes and characters could be related to spontaneously. For the love of fiction and respect of time, the plot moves briskly, covering a wide spectrum of space and time. Often, facts and fiction are blended together. My intention was to furnish entertainment with value. Now, what I mean by entertainment with value is this. The book obviously contains entertainment. You're not going to read anything without entertainment. And it contains some values. The entertainment component could be divided into thrill, adventure, humor for the most part. And then no Indian story this is complete without a tinge of romance. So a little bit of that. And the value part consists of moral messages and facts from real life. But not to mention, facts are blended into fiction like salt and sand. A lot of people don't read fiction. What they read are newspapers, magazines, even biographies, all the wonderful technical and business stuff that is going to be fiction. Their argument is this: why should we just read a story which has no value? What is that and gaining out of it? What is it coming out of it? And that's why they want fiction. The reason I know this is because 10 years ago, when I was still in college, I lived under the similar school of thought. I couldn't just read anything which has no real life value, and hence an attempt to create entertainment value. So the essence of the prologue is that the Canadian Space Agency is obviously worried about something that might bring complete destruction, and what they're seeing is this. The solar radiations that we typically talk about essentially consist of three broad spectrums: the infrared rays, the visible rays, and the ultraviolet. But then there's a big gap here, and you also have very high frequency radiations like the gamma radiation and the X-rays, which we never talk about. And the reason we never talk about this is because these kind of radiations do never reach the Earth. However, they are still produced on the core of the sun, and they are not even able to escape the crust of the sun, but they are still produced. These scientists are actually seeing the gamma radiation, the traces of gamma radiation on the Earth, and that's what's warning them. And the thing is that this is the phenomenon of Surya Night, that the complete annihilation could be brought on with these gamma radiations hitting the surface of the Earth. Now, these guys don't call it Surya Night yet, because at this moment, they don't even believe what they are hearing. Forget about labeling it. The prologue leads us into chapter 1, and chapter 1 opens 29 years ago on May 27, 1988 in Delhi. The date was Sunday, at the time it was 9:30. It opens up showing Aditya, the protagonist, as a kid sitting with his family. The family is called Shankar family, and it's a very loving family. At this time, they're busy doing something. The interesting thing is that the thing that they're busy with was something that a lot of people, if not all, were busy doing the same day. And what they are doing is that they are watching the amazing, the awesome, the very original Rama and Sita Ramayana. So I'm sure all of you on that Sunday were watching that Ramayana. And there's a very interesting conversation that's going on in the family, which you will have to read in the book. As we trickle down into the book, the protagonist joins an engineering college. And it's got to be the best college in Delhi. And this was the Delhi College of Engineering. The protagonist joins the best college in Delhi and meets the other lead characters. The other lead characters, together with the protagonist, form the Wonder Five. Now what's special about the Wonder Five is that they all have unique skills. But what makes them so special is that they always hang around and always stick together. You never see so much talent together in 5 people together. This chapter is titled Fourth Year, very close to my heart. This chapter also very, very significant to the book because the characters and the personalities developed. It should be taken with a lighter weight. Obviously, final year engineering students, what else do you expect from them?